In this video, I'm going to be giving you my best price prediction for the Reef Finance token starting right now in the year 2021 all the way through the year 2025. But first, my name is Ryan. This is the No Autopilot YouTube channel, a channel dedicated entirely to the thorough and thoughtful research and analysis of cryptocurrency projects with a hope of finding some gems in the rough to make me and hopefully you a little bit of cash. Now, if you clicked on this video, chances are you already know that Reef Finance, as of this video, is trading at about a little bit over penny four, but it operates in a space that's a $78 billion market cap industry, which is DeFi. So if you saw this, you probably thought what I thought. Hey, that token seems pretty cheap. Hey, that market cap seems pretty high. Is there an opportunity for me to buy in early and reap some substantial rewards down the line? And spoiler alert, yes, I definitely think that's the case here. So from a high level, Reef Finance provides a liquidity bridge across a handful of blockchains: Ethereum, Polkadot, Avalanche, Cosmos, and BSC. In addition to that, they're striving to create an exchange traded fund for crypto where you're able to choose how much you want to contribute. You're able to select what your risk tolerance is, and then from a single click, be able to invest and divest in a handful of different DeFi projects. And it's super, super handy and super, super cool. So, the first pit stop I want to take before we go ahead and dive deep into the numbers here is the fact that Reef Finance has a handful of venture capital funds behind them who have invested money in their project. Now, there's this rule, and it's called the rule of one, okay, where these crypto startups have these requirements, these criteria that they have to meet in order to earn investment from these VC funds. And those criteria span a handful of different areas, such as the ability to create a unique product, the ability to foster a community, the ability to have some solid code behind your project and some solid traction. Now, spoiler alert, as you can imagine, as a startup goes ahead and they start to check these boxes to earn VC investment, it in turn makes their project more likely to succeed because they're focusing on all the really, really important things that they need to in order to grow their protocol. And when they do that, investors see it and they see that this protocol is coming together and they receive more investments, which gives them an even higher chance of success because these VC investors, one, are connected to the hip, right? If you have $3 million in a project, you're highly incentivized to make sure it grows and scales, both for your pocketbook as well as your reputation for whoever you collected your money from to invest it. And the other part of that too is that typically these crypto specific investors are very well networked in the crypto space and can provide a tremendous amount of resource and assistance to these crypto startups to really get off the ground. Now, the last piece of this I want to mention is these VC investors typically, not always, typically invest with a 5-year plan in mind. And with Reef Finance, most of these investors invested around the year 2020. Okay, so as we mentioned earlier in the video, the Reef Finance token is trading about a penny four right now. Now, as I went through to put together my hypothesis for what it's going to be worth, I went ahead and scoured the internet to see what some others were saying. And there are a few projections out there. So Gov Capital has it at 0.03 in the year 2022. We have Digital Coin Price, which have projections going all the way out to the year 2028 at 6 cents. Now, where I think both of these are very, very incorrect is the fact that they're basing this information off of where Reef Finance is today. And if you know anything about the protocol, you know it hasn't even formally launched in its entirety yet, right? They're still working on the basket funds for the ETFs. They're still working on the mobile app. They have their decentralized autonomous organization or their governance DAO they're still forming, as well as their participation in the Kusama, and Polkadot parachain auctions later this year. So what I'm saying is I think that these figures are pretty much inaccurate. Now, as I went through and I created my price forecast, I did want to take it all the way out to the year 2025. And part of that is due to the VC investment that I mentioned earlier, where they typically have that 5-year cycle. But the other part of it was to tie it to the Bitcoin halving event. So if you're a major follower in crypto, I'm sure you already know this, but just in case you're not, there's a halving event that happens with Bitcoin where the difficulty to mine a new block increases substantially. And typically, that is a smoke signal for a rally of a bull market that comes shortly thereafter. And we experienced that in May 2020, which potentially ended here back in May 2021. We'll see. And as we see, the next expected halving is anticipated to occur around that 2024 time mark. So as we look for refinance in 2025, I think that's going to play really, really nicely. Last couple things here before I pull up my handy dandy spreadsheet. There is this tool, and it's the Bitcoin dominance chart. And in essence, what this is telling us is how much of the money in crypto is piled into Bitcoin. And typically, when it's really high, like up here, people are fearful of the marketplace and they want to put their cash in a store of value, such as Bitcoin, because they see it's safer than an altcoin. And then as you see these dips, this is occurring around May. This is when people are starting to feel more and more comfortable with where crypto's heading. They cash out their profits from Bitcoin and begin piling it into altcoins that can return 10, 50, 100x. So as we see right now, it's kind of in that mid zone, and I think that's probably par for the course, as a lot of people feel that we're just kind of treading water when it comes to crypto. Now, I have the contracts pulled up here, both for Ethereum as well as Binance, which shows some of the transaction data that's happened on the protocol so far this year. It launched in January 2020, and the long and short of it is it's pretty calm. You know, they had their initial ICO, which had some initial moves. They had a major investment announced, I believe, back in February that had some moves around it. But other than that, it's been pretty stable. And then the last piece of information here is that we currently have around 25,000 holders of the Reef Finance token. So yeah, so let's go. Let's dive into some of the numbers here. And I apologize in advance if this is a bit of an eyesore. Oh, I should also give you a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I went to public school in the United States, so don't trust my math. And in fact, if I've made any wrong assumptions with this, please let me know in the comments down below so I can correct it for future videos. What I put together here is the total addressable market cap of DeFi, which in 2021 is around $77 billion. And that was 150% growth from the year 2020 to 2021. So what I've done is I've extrapolated that out, assuming that trend continues all the way through 2025. And yes, that is an assumption. It very likely could be less or be more, but I thought that was a fair amount to choose, as it is something that has historically already occurred. Now, for the growth of the market cap of Reef Finance, in the year 2021 and the year 2022, I've anticipated a 5x gain from them actually launching their protocol, them adding new features to it, and adoption thriving on the platform. Now, as that protocol launches, it's going to become a lot more difficult to move the needle. So I have the year 2023 and the year 2025 only at about a 2 times growth instead of that 5 times growth. Now I have the total market cap percentage. So Reef Finance's total market cap as a percentage of the total addressable market cap of DeFi. So you can see how that percentage changes as well as an anticipation of the holders. Now, I do currently have the 20 billion tokens noted here. I have had a little birdie told me that there may be some changes coming out to the tokenomics of Reef Finance that could very well reduce the available tokens or potentially lock them up for their DAO, which is slated for later this year, or maybe even burn some of the tokens. News on that should be coming out hopefully in the next couple months or so. So with all that out the way, this is what I'm anticipating from the Reef Finance token. So we're going to tread that 0.04, which is where we're at right now. at the end of 2022, around 7 cents, 14 cents for 23, 28 cents for 2024, and around 57 cents for 2025. Now, speaking of that roadmap, I went ahead and pulled this up on CoinMarketCal, and this is also available on the Reef website. But as I mentioned, in September, they're supposed to be launching their mobile app. In September, they're supposed to be launching their debit card. They're continuing work on the exchange traded funds, the ETF crypto baskets, slated for December 2021, as well as continued work in September as well. So there's a lot on the roadmap for this group, especially with the protocol not fully launched on Polkadot or Kusama just yet. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What other factors do you use to anticipate the growth of your crypto when you invest in it? What have I missed? What did I get right? Now, I do have to give myself a couple plugs here. Just last week, I put out another video talking about how I thought Reef Finance was a hidden 100x gem. I'll provide a link to it up here on the video somewhere. In addition, I've just created a Telegram. So if you want to go ahead and join my Telegram and talk crypto with me and just learn more about the industry together, feel free to do so. My name is Ryan. This is the No Autopilot YouTube channel. Please make sure you hit that like button. That does a ton for me. Thank you very much. And if you want more content just like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.